if I just want to ask you one question. I know
Yeah.
I will find the answer also. As we always say that we are learners, and if we are learning this language, so we should work with productivity. Okay. So how anyone can maintain their productivity? Will you please have a glance at that?
Productivity. Could you elaborate a bit, like, where do you expect me to dive into regarding this?
Yeah,
Productivity
I
in a
just
sense like in our work, everyday work, and
if, if
alongside learn.
while learning English, while learning this language, yeah. If anybody just want to enhance their productivity during learning this language, that how they can enhance this learning effectively. So, what will be uh,
Hmm.
your
Okay,
guideline?
yeah. Yeah, what I have, what I have come across is I believe one system that has worked for me over years, and I don't know, everybody has their own system of learning, but that is writing journal.
Must.
And if you write a journal, and especially you are learning, like you mentioned, I make it a point to incorporate an idiom a day in my conversation. Similarly, writing a journal is a great way to incorporate everyday learning into practice, especially because it gives you time to dwell on your thoughts, to work on your structures while you are writing, and it gets embedded deeper. And later on, whatever you write, you can discuss or bring it in conversation somehow, not exactly as it is. But if you have written a few sentences, let's say, regarding an idiom usage, and next day again you bring it in conversation, it becomes like a double-edged sword. So you are
Really.
practicing on your writing as well, you are incorporating the learned vocabulary also. Moreover, you are repeating the same thing in conversation, so the learning becomes deeper and it becomes productive as it becomes deeper, I believe.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
how do you incorporate it?
If it comes to me, when I am just learning this language and I just connect it with the productivity, so I would say that first of all, one should get up early in the morning if he just
Hmm.
want to make his day productive. Because when we just get up early in the morning now, so that time we are quite manageable with our all the works, you know, and we are able to plan our day, that how our day is going to be rush. And at that time we are not focusing on useless works. We are focusing on the work which we have decided to do. So in this way, it
Right.
is the good way. When if somebody just wants to be productive, so he should be an early riser also. And apart from that, before going to bed, we should just fix a little bit plan that what you are going to do the next day, so that
Right.
when we get next day, so our mind should not be blank. That what should be done next. If we are
Oh,
already
good.
prepared.
I get a sense that you are a very organized person. And especially because you wake up at 4 and you reserve some time for yourself. My mornings are completely different. I am just running around, getting my children ready, getting all the food prepared in the morning, packing tiffins and all. And after everybody's gone, then I take a sigh of relief. Okay,
Yes,
now
actually,
it's
it's
me
all
time.
about time management now. Because
Yes,
if I will not manage my time, so how I will be able to go
yeah,
through positively throughout my day?
right, right.
Yeah.
So I think we have had really long session here and very productive one also. And it
Yes.
was great pleasure to connect with you, to know so much about, your organized lifestyle and your perspective into education. And I hope that you also like the session.
Yeah. Actually, I'm feeling elated that I'm just talking to you. I have never thought that this day will come because it was in my mind somewhere, and now this conversation has been manifested.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm doing great, and how about you?
I'm doing a bit better now. I hope I'm not looking quite drowsy because these medications, I haven't been keeping quite well of lately for the past week. So
I
that is
hope you
why,
are well now.
yes, I'm feeling a bit better. How about you? How did your day go?
Yeah, my day has been fantastic in school as I am a teacher. So, as we are meeting first time, please introduce yourself.
Yes, okay. I am Mandeep and I run a channel in the name of Fluency Goals. And I have been a teacher myself for the past 15 years on and off. I have worked with several schools in Chandigarh and Delhi.
Okay.
Currently, I'm residing in New Delhi and I have been here for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
Before that, I was in Chandigarh. I have done all my master's education, all entire education from Punjab. And this is, I guess, teaching is my passion, language learning. And this is what brought me to YouTube. And I started this channel for the sole purpose of, expanding this knowledge and reaching out
yeah,
to the people who want to avail it.
really.
So, yes,
It's been really a very fantastic moment when I am just talking with you. I just want to share one incident. Before 5 or 6 months ago, I just go through your channel, and that time you were not making conversation videos.
conversation. Right,
Okay,
right.
there were only grammar videos, and but I love your speaking style, your voice modulation. So I used to watch your videos mostly. So that time I was thinking that I don't know whether ma'am will any time will make any conversation video or not. And as stars are getting aligned today for us, and I'm talking with you, I'm delighted. That's great.
Yes, I,
Thank
I,
you for your
I
valuable
am
time.
really honored here to know that, and I remember I received a comment from you, and I responded there twice or thrice, thinking that
Yeah.
probably it has not gone through. And I don't know why, under what rock I was living under what rock that I was not making any conversational videos. Wasn't actually aware of this whole niche altogether because
Yes.
probably I was not into it. I was not watching this kind of stuff, and the algorithm also
Yeah.
wasn't recommending anything regarding this. So now I just stumbled across some video and I thought, okay, let me also give it a go, and I am so far really enjoying actually connecting with people. So
Yes.
it's
Really,
it's
it's
it's always
great
a good
initiative.
exposure.
Yeah. It's a great initiative that you have taken because it will be good for all the learners, for beginners, for intermediate, because your learning is superb. Your style, your voice modulation. If anybody just want to learn shadowing, so they can do that also with you. Yeah, it's a
Thank you
great
so much for
experience.
kind words. Thank you so much. Okay, okay. Tell me, Geeta, how do you like, your being a teacher in a school? Because I have been there, I have been down that road, and I know it becomes very hectic and it's very taxing on a teacher's part, both emotionally as well as physically. Tell me
Yeah.
about your experience.
Yes. Um, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself because you don't know me.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
it's
sorry. It just
okay.
totally, when
It's
we
okay. It's
started
okay. Because
interacting,
we are
and
so happy with each other and we forget.
right,
Yeah.
right, right. Yes, go ahead,
As you,
please.
as you know, my name is Geeta Thakur. I reside in Uttarakhand and I am a teacher in a private school. Apart from this, I am running my YouTube channel named Elevate English with Geeta Ma'am. where I upload English content on daily basis like quizzes and conversational videos in this way. And yoga is my core of interest. That's all about me.
Yoga. Well,
Yeah,
it's an ancient art and it is actually very rejuvenating and very calming as opposed to the, you know, other modern forms of exercise. So,
really.
how long have you been into yoga, practice of yoga?
Yeah, it's been since 2019 I am continuously doing. Otherwise, before marriage also, I used to do yoga. And this time presently I am also doing yoga persistently. I get up, I am an early bird. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
My,
Yeah, 1 hour I spend with my yogasanas and 1 hour for meditation and pranayam. In this way, I just say hi and hello to my day.
I
Yeah.
wish I could learn it from you.
I'm
Really,
just
really.
full of my heart content. Yeah. Actually, as we were talking about teaching, so teaching is
Yeah.
my passion as you. I am passionate about teaching, and if we talk about my job, so I am doing my dream job. I love teaching by my heart. If somebody would say, if somebody will ask me, uh, till when you would love to teach, so I would say, when I am here, I don't want to get any retirement. I always want to be a teacher.
Yeah, once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah. So that's the
So,
way.
mm, right. And I was talking about teaching being taxing on your mental as well as your physical health. Do you feel that? Because when I was in school, I really felt it a great challenge, to keep standing continually for hours, and that actually their standing begins from home only. And
Yes.
we are not even allowed to sit while teaching around. And dealing with children, and children, they are full of energy, excitement, and their inquisitiveness, questioning. You are continually answering to those questions. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Actually, previously, it teaching was like a very easy peasy job. They have to
Right.
just spend 4 to 5 hours and sitting and teaching. But nowadays, you will find that in every school there is cameras. You are under the camera every time. You can't sit. You have to deliver your classes just in standing mode only every time. And whatever questions are just put to yourself, so you have to answer immediately. Otherwise, it will be the question of your learning also, that how much do you know if you are not able to just reply at the same moment. Yeah.
So what is your response to students if you do not know any answer as a teacher? How do you respond to that question?
Yeah. First of all, if there is something that I am not aware, so it should be taken like this. We are also, a teacher is also a student always. If something is not coming to me, so I don't say that I don't know this. I
Hmm.
always say that I have little confusion. I will tell you this after some time, or in next lesson I will discuss.
Right. I also used to say to my children, okay, let's dive deeper into this. Let's find the answer to it
Yes.
together. Tomorrow I come with my answers, you come with yours, and then we'll
Yes.
brainstorm on this.
Because if we just answer them in a little bit manner with a little knowledge, so it is also not good for their future also. We
Right.
should be aware of what type of answer we are giving. Is this properly correct or not?
Mm. And many
And
teachers, they make
satisfying.
it a matter of ego, I should be
Yes,
knowing everything. I should know the answer to each and every question that's posed to me. But it is unlike that. A teacher is also a learner. Nobody
really,
can be know it all.
yes. And even
Okay.
today's generation understand this thing, that we all are learners. Teacher are also, they have to also prepare every lesson plan before coming to class. If we are just going in our class to just deliver our classes, so that time we also feel that there is nothing in our mind and what we can represent. And nowadays we are just expressing our experiential learning also. So there are different kinds of methods of teaching that we are following.
Right,
Yes.
and children are very smart these days. They
Yes.
have really turned into those smart learners and they have all the technology with them at their disposal. And they have answers to the things that probably we don't even know. The
Yes.
technology, everything is so advanced. Even in classrooms, my children always used to help me with smart boards and all. I didn't understand a few things there.
Yes.
They all always used to provide a helping hand. Okay,
Yes. If we are just in this profession, so we should be technology friendly. We should use
right.
technology friendly. Yes. Because everywhere there is a smart class. If we will not know how to use, so students will think that ma'am knows nothing. So what is the use of this teaching? Yeah.
Okay,
And
another
sometimes
challenge as a
to make
teacher
the
is to
class effective, we have to use that.
right, right. Okay, I was just talking about something like as a teacher, another challenge is to continually upskill yourself, to keep evolving with the current times. So, I assume you are a language teacher only since you are so good at this language. So, how do you upskill yourself in English?
Yes, first of all, as I am a good reader, you can say I mostly go with short stories for my reading
Hmm.
skill, because I don't get much time. But if it comes to reading stories, so it takes hardly 10 to 15 minutes. And out of those stories, if I get a new vocab, so I just learn that vocab in active manner. Means I just write that vocab on the sticky notes and paste in my kitchen in front of my eyes, and that
Oh, wow.
vocab I use daily with my students in my daily conversations and with my sons also. So in this way, it will be the part of my active memory. So that
Right.
in this way, I use that, and sometimes I take one idiom. That idiom also I used and discuss with our students in the class. And
Hmm.
sometimes I just whenever there is any substitution, so that time I always love to share my learning with others. Means some basic grammar rules also, because in English medium schools it happens that they are just focused on spoken, but when we are talking about competitive exams, so that time grammar
Hmm.
knowledge is also
Yes,
must.
nowadays,
Yeah.
the focus on grammar learning has reduced a lot,
Yes,
especially when we are focused on spoken English.
really.
And it is right somewhere if you want to work only on spoken English, but for competitive exams and further, you need to have deep knowledge of grammar.
Yes. Actually, I totally agree. If English is a body, so grammar is the soul of that body. And we can't take apart from that. But for spoken, we should always go with listening and speaking first. We should not focus on grammar too much. If we are just chasing grammar, so that time we are not able to gain that confidence that we need it to speak in front of each and every person. So that
Okay, now
time
to
we should
tell
avoid
you,
drama a little bit.
to share something very interesting with you, I have always told that I was very good at grammar
Hmm.
and I used to score very well in grammar also. But I did not learn the grammar rules the way they were till I became a teacher. When I became a
Hmm.
teacher, then I actually came to know, okay, this is this rule, and I dived deeper into the subject. Otherwise, it was mostly, if you look at prepositions or articles, the usage automatically comes to you that, okay, something is not feeling right here. This is the word that will go along with it because we have
Yes.
picked it from our environment only. If we have enough exposure in reading and
Mm.
in listening, right? So
Yes.
somewhere it establishes this rule that, okay, yes, if you need to speak better and if you have absorbed the language from the exposure to it, then grammar also automatically starts coming somewhere. You
Yes.
use those collocations. But okay, yes, if we need to dive deeper into for competitive exams, we need to learn like types of adverbs, adjectives, and
Yes.
all these we won't be using in our
Yeah.
spoken language. We won't be
Yes.
concerned. It's more about
So,
functional
for
only.
spoken, we can go with tenses, prepositions, and common conjunctions. Otherwise, we don't need to go dive into so deeply in grammar. Because
Right.
what happened when we know all the rules, all the rules of grammar, na, so that time our mind keep on thinking that have I used this structure right or not, or is this sentence structure
Hmm.
is going well with this word or not. So in this way our mind always gets confused. We are in the in the state of perplexion that what to do
Yeah.
now next. When we
Yes.
are not focusing on grammar, so that time we are speaking fluently. Because we don't know whether we are speaking right or wrong. So at a starting level, we should always go with the speaking without grammar, without thinking without taking much efforts with grammar. But as we know, as we feel that we are now confident, we are not hesitant. So that time, gradually we should go with grammar with a little
Right.
step.